Hi, everyone. My name is Lexi Stone. I'm the social media marketing coordinator for the Women's Executive Council, and I'm here today with Liz Whelpley, our Get to Know Us member of the month. And we are so excited to have you here today. Thank you so much, Liz, for being with us. And we're matching.
Yes, we kind of are. And thanks, Lexi. I really appreciate being here. So I appreciate you having me do this.
Good. I'm so happy that you agreed to be able to meet with me through Zoom with everything going on. So yes, I just wanted to go ahead and jump into the questions. My first question for you is, can you tell us about your previous experience with the WEC, any positions you've held, any titles, and any current ones as well?
Oh, okay. Well, I've been a member of the WEC for about 17 years, maybe 17 or 18 years. And I've done a whole lot of things over that period of time, as you can imagine. So I kind of started off just working on other people's committees, and I spent a lot of time during the Women's Achievement Award, and I was working on the Women's Honoree Committee. But then after about a year, I became chairman of WA of the Women's Achievement Award. So I was chairman of WA for 2 years, and then I was president for 1 year. And then ever since then, I've just been helping everybody else on their committee. So whatever project happens to be going on at that time, that's what I want to help out with. I don't want to be in charge of anything anymore. I just want to be able to help everybody else out with what they're doing. So there you go.
That's wonderful. Well, it sounds like you've had multiple hats within our organization, which is obviously fantastic. All the different experiences, all the different committees. And you said that you've been with us for about 17 years. Can you tell us what your favorite memory has been within that 17 years? An event, meeting a specific student, anything along those lines?
Okay, well, I think my favorite event, we used to have a fashion show. We did that every year. We never made a whole lot of money doing it, but it was always a real lot of fun doing it. And we would have this girl by the name of Marie who worked at Steinmart, and she would let us wear the clothes, and we would all wear the clothes and be in the fashion show. Well, this one particular year, we let some of the scholarship winners be the models in the fashion show. So I had about 4 or 5 of my scholarship winners that I had chosen from the scholarship committee come back in the spring and be models in the fashion show. And we had Orlando City Soccer members come out and escort the models down the runway. And it was really a nice event. And it's one of the things that really stands out in my mind of things that we have done in the past for the Women's Executive Council.
That's wonderful. I would love for us to have some kind of fashion show in the future. You know how much I love fashion. So that would be a great addition. Can you tell us something that you feel you've brought personally to the organization, something unique or some kind of program, anything that you feel with your past experience that has brought you to where you are?
Well, I really feel like when you join an organization, you don't really get as much out of it unless you get yourself be involved with that organization. So that's how you really get to know people, know how the organization works, and feel like you're making the most out of what you can do for your community. So I've always spent a lot of time getting involved in all of our projects, anything that we've ever done. So I think that's one thing that that I'm pretty excited about that I've always done. And also, I'm usually pretty enthusiastic about everything. So yeah, I would just say that.
Wonderful. Well, let's go into the second part of the interview, some fun questions. Can you tell us a fun fact about yourself?
Okay. Well, I know in the newsletter I said I was the oldest of 9 children. So that is one thing. So my mother was a very busy woman for very many years. But I guess another thing I could say is that, I didn't really go back to college until I was like 25 years old. And I was a single mom at the time. My daughter was born when I was 21. I got married very young, 18 right out of high school. So I went back to college at about 24, 25 is when I started back. And it took me until I was almost 32 before I graduated. So for many of those years, I was going to school full time and I was working full time and trying to, make the most that I could do out of college. Because I wanted to make myself better and be able to provide a better life, for my family. And And while I was going to college, I also received a scholarship from an organization that gave me, you know, a few $100s to help me pay for my college tuition. So that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited about the Women's Achievement Award today, is that, you know, I can give back that way and give scholarships back to other deserving young women going to college.
That's so great. I actually did not know that about you, and I'm so glad that you were able to share that story with us. Now,
Yeah.
my last question is, what is something fun and creative that you've been doing to pass the time with everything going on?
Well, I've been getting very antsy, as I'm sure a lot of people have. I mean, it's just so stressful even going to the grocery store these days, you know, which we did this morning actually. So I'm still a little stressed out from it. But we've been doing a lot of work around the yard, and the yard's starting to look really good. We've been doing a lot of pruning and planting, and we had a pile of bricks that we had sitting up next to our fence for a long time. So we finally put them down and made a nice pathway, you know, up and down the side of the house. So some projects that we've been putting off for a while. I've been doing a lot of reading. I've been binge watching a lot of television. So that's been fun. One thing as I did is I YouTube how to cut men's hair, and I gave my husband a haircut. So, and it came out pretty good. So he said that I'm hired now to start cutting his hair, which I'm not going to do, but that's what he thinks he's going to have me do from now on.
That's too funny. I think my husband wouldn't trust me to cut his hair, especially with all his hair growing on right now. It's a little bit crazy, but thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to speak with me and to answer these wonderful questions. I did want to let you know, as well as everyone else know, that we are going to be having a Wind Down Wednesday on next Wednesday, April 29th at 5:30. It's going to be a virtual event, so BYOW, so bring your own wine. More information is going to be sent out in an email and posted on all of our social media outlets. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to myself or another board member. Thank you, Liz, so much for meeting with me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you, Lexi. You too. And thanks to everybody. Stay safe out there, okay?
Yes.
We'll hope to see you next month. Bye-bye.
Yes. Take care, everyone.